I've been told that in my recent intros I haven't been as energetic or as fun as I used to be. I don't know, I used to be a bit of a spastic, as some of you older fans may remember, where I'd pop up from underneath the camera, or I'd start the video off saying some dumb thing, trying to sound cool. I don't know if you'd rather that I did that at the beginning of every one of my videos, but for now they're staying this way. I'm not changing anything. So that's beside the point. Today we're looking at two different mouthpieces. I've done videos like this before, comparing two mouthpieces. Here's another. Oddly enough, again, we have a 3C and a 3C. The main difference between these two is the instrument for which they are designed. This is designed for a trumpet, and this is designed for a cornet. Fundamentally, the two instruments are quite similar. They share the same fundamental tone of B flat, unless you were to get a special trumpet and cornet in the key of C, perhaps E flat. I don't believe they make designated piccolo cornets. However, my Piccolo Trumpet comes with cornet lead pipes, which are a tad longer than trumpet lead pipes and have a smaller shank. And that's how you fit a cornet mouthpiece on a Piccolo Trumpet without the mouthpiece falling in. And that's what I use this cornet mouthpiece for. I use it for Piccolo Trumpet playing. And this is the point where an interesting theory comes in. You can see the cornet mouthpiece, when the two are lined up, is significantly shorter than the trumpet mouthpiece, and it has a significantly smaller shank than the trumpet mouthpiece. This leads to some, as I've said, some interesting theories. I remember I first heard about this theory from the Cornet Corporation. They said that modern trumpet mouthpieces are too long for the key that they play in, and they could be right for all I know. This is quite a long mouthpiece designed for not very long of an instrument. In fact, my trombone mouthpiece, as far as I'm concerned, is actually about the same length as this, if not shorter. So that's an interesting little theory that's been made. What a shorter mouthpiece with a smaller shank will supposedly do is help you to play high. Now, a lot of people will tell you to use something like a lead mouthpiece on a Piccolo Trumpet, like a Schilke 14A 4A, if you have one. I don't happen to have any lead mouthpieces. What I do have is an old Blessing 7C. And that's what my private instructor told me to use when he saw that I was using my Megatone Bach 3C on this little thing. However, I don't like the feel of the 7C. I think my lips have just kind of outgrown it. It chokes off my low register pretty badly while not doing much for my upper register. So I abandoned that idea, and he said, if I wanted to try out a cornet mouthpiece, maybe it'd be a good idea to do so. So I got myself a 3C cornet mouthpiece, and I think it works quite well. Now, all this waffling on makes my lips not work very well. I think that's the reason why I sound so bad in a lot of my videos, so if you'll give me a bit of time to warm up, I'll demonstrate what this thing can do. So that's just some simple arpeggios. I was playing some concert F major, G major on B flat piccolo there. I found it to be a nice key to like test my range. So, I found that I could play quite high on this thing. Before this recording started, I was able to play very high. I don't know if I'll still be able to play that high. You'll have to forgive me. My high range on this little monster sounds like garbage at the moment. Needless to say, I haven't mastered Piccolo Trumpet. I haven't mastered B-flat trumpet, let alone Piccolo Trumpet. I'm still quite new to this little beast, but I'm doing my best. Here's a little excerpt from the very end of whole second suite. It is the piccolo solo. Here goes nothing. I go red in the face every time I play that, just because my high register is so rubbish on this thing. You have to really manipulate the air, but it's better, in my opinion, than with the trumpet mouthpiece. If you'll be right back, I'll try that on the trumpet mouthpiece and we'll see how it sounds. Same excerpt with the trumpet mouthpiece. So, I don't know how well my phone camera picked up on it. Both high Gs sound equally shrill, no matter what type of mouthpiece I use. The main difference is in feel. It feels nicer on the Cornet mouthpiece to transition up those 2 octaves and a half step, because they start on low F sharp there. I believe that's what the Piccolo solo, the little ascending line, starts on. At the end of the day, that's what makes the difference between a mouthpiece that works decently well for you and a mouthpiece that works very well for you. This mouthpiece will get it done. Obviously, it's in the size that I like, and it works. I use this in its megatone form for most of my trumpet playing. However, this simply works better for my piccolo playing, which is why I like using it for that. So if we set the trumpet down, that was a brief comparison of the trumpet 3C mouthpiece and cornet 3C mouthpiece. And that's just a sneak peek with what you can do with this little mouthpiece. It's really small. You wouldn't expect it to be until you really realize and you take a look at the two. I'm pretty sure a lot of cornet mouthpieces use the same measuring as the trumpet mouthpiece system, so you could pick anything up from a 3C or maybe even a 1C all the way down to 7 or 9C, and it would be the same size rim, but you'd have the shorter length and the smaller shank. However, it will not fit in a trumpet lead pipe or like in one of these trumpet receivers on a piccolo trumpet. If you try and fit it in, it wobbles around. So before you get a cornet mouthpiece, you need to make sure whatever instrument you play is suited correctly for one, whether it's an additional lead pipe or you use a cornet rather than a trumpet. Either way, the cornet mouthpiece is a good investment if you're going to be doing a lot of piccolo trumpet playing. So go ahead and buy one of these if you feel it is a worthy investment. Have a nice day.